Activity 11.9 or perimeter application. So let's put all of our knowledge together with Pythagorean theorem and circumference. So these problems use both those ideas. Number one is you have what looks like a rectangle and a triangle on top. And we are looking for perimeter. Okay, so it looks like this whole side would be 40. So I'm assuming this is 20. This is 20. Doesn't show me a rectangle, but let's assume it's a rectangle. That makes that 30. So you need to figure out what the hypotenuse is. And then we add all sides together. So the perimeter is going to be 30 plus 40 plus question mark plus 20. And that will be meters. These have units. Number two. So let me take my highlighter out again and let's talk about perimeter being the distance around for this one. This would be the distance around. So we're not going to find the circle, but only half the circle, not the entire triangle, and definitely not the entire, this looks like a square, maybe a rectangle. Okay, so let's find this. A radius is the same all directions of a circle from the center, right? So if I go to this side, I have 3, 4, and 4. If I move it over, so that would be 11, and we're working centimeters. Whatever this side is this side up here. If I want half the circumference, so circumference was 2 pi r. If I want half the circumference, half of 2 pi r, half of 2 is just 1, is going to be pi times 4. Typically in word problems, we will get decimals, and in regular problems, you leave square roots and you leave pi. So for this one, just read the directions, what it says in this one. We are going to round answers to hundreds if needed. So we're going to get decimal answers. Make sure when you set up the right triangle that it is one of the legs that is missing, not the hypotenuse this time. So question mark squared plus 5 squared is 13 squared. So go ahead and solve for the question mark. That's going to give you this length on top. And then the perimeter is going to be, let's start with the 5 plus 13 plus 11 plus question mark on the top plus 3 plus 4 pi centimeters. And you go ahead and figure out that question mark. Number 3, find the following missing dimensions. A rectangle with a perimeter of 120 feet. Oh. So if I go all the way around, I have 120 feet. There's infinite solutions to this. If you want whole numbers, that narrows it down a little bit. Of course, you can't use negatives. It has to be a rectangle. So come up with numbers that work. We know that these two opposite sides have to be the same and those two have to be the same. So you come up, when you add it, all 4 sides have to add up to 120. A football field with a straight side of 100 meters and a perimeter of 400 meters. So this is 100 meters. The perimeter, we're going to again assume that that is the distance around. Lost my highlighter, found it again. So distance around. The distance around is 400. So the perimeter is 400 meters. what we want to do is find the radius. I'm going to assume that's the same on both sides. So if I put those two together, the two half circles, I get one full circle. So the perimeter is going to be the 100 plus the 100 plus 2 pi r, and that's going to be in meters. So 400 is going to be 100 plus 100 plus 2 pi r meters. And now you need to solve for r. And those are the applications we're going to cover today.